We just studied the Sutram 33104, which is Shidbhidadibhyong. That Sutram prescribes the affix ang. Let us now take another Sutram, which also prescribes the affix ang. This Sutram is 33106, which reads Ataschopasarge. Ataschopasarge. Now you may recall that we have studied an identically worded Sutram, Ataschopasarge. That Sutram which we have already studied is 31136, Ataschopasarge. So these two rules are worded exactly the same but completely different meaning. The Sutram 33106 comes in the adhikara of striyam and also the adhikara of bhave and akartrachakarake sanyayam. So 33106 creates feminine nouns in the sense of bhave or akartrichakarake sanyayam. And as we already mentioned, 33106 prescribes the affix ang. Now on the other hand, 31136 prescribes the affix ka. And this affix is prescribed in the sense of kartari, the sense of the agent of the action, as per kartari krit 3467. And it creates an adjectival form which can go in all three genders. So 31136 creates an adjective in the sense of the agent of the action, and the affix employed is ka. So these two rules, 33106 and 31136, can be very confusing, but we have to understand that even though they are worded identically, they have completely different meanings. 33106 prescribes the affix ang and creates feminine nouns in the sense of bhave or akartichakarake sanyayam. 31136 prescribes the affix ka in the sense of the agent of the action and creates adjectival forms. Okay, so let's look at the vritti of the Sutram 33106, Ataschopasarge. It simply says ang syat. So the meaning of this Sutram is following a verbal root which ends in the letter a and is in composition with a upasarga, which we know by Sutram 1459, Upasarga Shriya Yoge. The affix ang is used to denote in the feminine gender either bhave, which is the sense of the verbal root as having attained to a completed state, or akartichakarake sanyayam, any karaka except the agent of the action, provided the word so derived is a proper name. This of course is anuvritti coming from 3318 and 19. And this affix ang prescribed by this sutram is a apavadaha, exception to the affix ktin, the default affix ktin prescribed by 3394, striyam ktin. Let us take one example here. Prapibanti asyam iti prapa, paniyasya shala. Prapibanti asyam iti prapa. So that in which people drink a lot, that is prapa. So it's a place where drinking water is provided for travelers. So that's the meaning of prapa. Derived from the verbal root pa, pane, the bhavadigana, preceded by the upasarga pra. That's the condition for applying this sutram. We have to have a connection with the upasarga, and the verbal root has to end in a akaraha, which we do have now. So we start the derivation by pra, pa plus the affix ang by the sutram ataschopasarge. We have the upasarga pra, and we also have the verbal root ending in a akaraha, and we are forming a feminine noun in the sense of adhikaranam. So adhikarane, sense of the locus of the action, that in which people drink water. So pra, pa plus ang, remove the letter, the ending ngakaraha gets the itsanya bhalantyam tasya lopaha. And now we apply ato lopa iticha to remove the ending akaraha of the yangam. Pa, the akaraha takes lopaha by ato lopa iticha. Ato lopa iticha says that the ending akara of an angam takes lopaha when followed by a vowel beginning ardhadhatuka pratyaya that has either the augment it or a kakara or a ngakara as a marker. So in this case we do have the pratyaya ang, which has a sanya of ardhadhatukam by 34114, ardhadhatukam sheshaha. It's a ajadi pratyaya, it's a ngit pratyaya. So therefore all the conditions for applying 6464 are satisfied. The ending akara of pa takes lopaha. So now we have pra, pa, And now bring in the affix stop in the feminine, ajadyata stop. So we get pra, pa plus stop. Remove these letters. The ending pakara gets its sanya by halantyam. Beginning takara gets its sanya by chutu. Then tasya lopaha. We get pra, pa, a. And finally akasami dirgha. We get prapa, which gets the pratipadika sanya by krit tadyata samasascha. This is how this sutram applies. Similarly, we can derive words like prada, upadha, vidha. All these are derived using this sutram. Atashcho upasarge 33106.